Alright, here we are for our first match. I actually played another match in another tournament before this because I accidentally entered with the wrong deck. But here we are with the correct deck. I'm going to keep this hand. It's not the best, but this deck has a relatively low land count, so we're not super likely to draw a bunch more land, and having Elvish Mystic in our opening hand is the best the best card we can really hope for on turn one. And Swordwise Centaur, who apparently does not have art, not a superstar, but I think deserves better than an M for its artwork. You can generally tell how many, how good a card is by how much flavor text it has. This is a lot of flavor text. It's an inversely proportional relationship too, so it's not a very good card. What the? Mystic Monastery into Mana Confluence into Fleece Mate. This is a first. All right, well, I'm just gonna play all this stuff, and then we get our Surrak on. See what happens with our Swordwise Centaur. Maybe it'll eat a burn spell. Then if he does kill Swordwise Centaur, then Surrak does not live. I'm just gonna take this because I'm enabling the haste on Surrak. I think it's worth just not blocking here. I don't really know what my opponent is up to over there. This looks like maybe this is like a Naya deck and he's just playing this for an extra red-white dual land. Alright, another Fleece Mane Lion. Well, let's get our beatdown on. 8U. Also, this isn't the best option given that our opponent clearly has red in his deck, but I don't really know what else he has other than red. We could play like a Mantis Rider or something. Yavimaya Coast. There's got to be Mantis Riders up in there. This thing has Yavimaya Coast and Temple of Triumph. What is happening? All right, well, we're gonna play this Reverend Hunter. This Ranger's Guile seems like it's going to come in real handy. I have a feeling. Alright, well, this is actually just lethal damage, right? This is 13. And we have Ranger's Guile to protect it. I'm not really sure what he's got right here, but oh, Collected Company. Okay. That makes some sense. He's just like a million color deck with Collected Company. I guess you can collect the company into like just like what is it? Mantis Rider. Kind of interesting. I think probably still in a pretty reasonable spot here. Knuckleblade and Boon Satyr. All right. I might be dead. Like Knuckleblade. Jeez, Knuckleblade and Boon Satyr. This guy's deck is sweet. Alright, well, I'm just going to Ranger's Guile this guy, I guess, to keep him alive. Because I want to keep him around. And we only do 2 damage, but we kill both those guys, and still have a pretty strong board. My opponent can't currently Monstrous Fleecemane Lion. A second Collected Company would, at bare minimum, give my opponent the ability to chump block twice. Well, not bare minimum. It is possible this doesn't do anything. This deck's kind of interesting. Just sort of playing all of the powerful, cheap guys. Yeah, there's the Mantis Rider that I was suspecting. No, what? No attack with Mantis Rider? Well, that doesn't make any sense. I think I'm just attacking with all of my creatures. If you double block Surrak, yeah. These guys are totally sacrificial. He has to double block either of my big guys in order to actually kill them. Yep, he's just double blocking and trading. It seems like double blocking Surak feels like it's got to be better there. But I will just kill both his guys and put him to 2. Alright, and we win. It's kind of an interesting deck. He didn't play any kind of actual interaction, so... sideboard-wise, didn't seem like Ranger's Guile is great. I think I want Hunt the Hunters. He has Boon Satyrs and Lions and Knuckle Blades. Hunt the Hunter seems very powerful. Ranger's Guile seems like it's probably pretty mediocre. Aspect of Hydra, it seems like we're running running dudes in each other in combat. Maybe take out Become Immense. It's more of a card for trying to overpower people who are not necessarily putting up a ton of resistance. And then let's take out one of these Servant of the Scales. Kind of like dopey dudes don't feel like they're going to be great in this kind of matchup. But maybe it's certainly very good Avatar, but I wonder if Nylea's Disciple is the card I want. My opponent is playing, very aggressive stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just gonna give this a shot, I think. Nothing else. Maybe Gather Courage too. Yeah, we'll cut the second. We'll cut this guy too. Just play cheap pumps to win fights in the Creature Mirror and Hunt the Hunters. Not looking to do huge burst with Become Immense. Want more like stuff to just win combat. So it looked like my opponent's deck was a lot of just efficient creatures, and we want to try and win the fights against creatures. And this is the sort of matchup that I think actually probably does favor just the mono green deck, because your deck is substantially more consistent and can play all that stuff on time pretty much all the time. You don't have to worry about tap lands, you don't have to worry about taking damage from your lands like our opponent did with the Mana Confluence. Dealt a lot of damage to himself there. And I mean, it certainly adds up. Alright, this hand is excellent. I'm not going to mulligan. Elvish Mystic. Sword by Centaur, still just no art. My opponent's Frontier Bivouac Mystic Monastery deck. It's kind of cool. Definitely think the idea of playing, all the just very powerful 3-cost guys is compelling. There's a lion. We will fetch and play. I'm just gonna play a raptor. Raptor lines up really well against lion. And next turn we could potentially just cast both of these. Sword of Center, I think, is probably like Sword of Center and the Sword of the Scale. I think are just the objectively lowest power level cards in this deck. They do play a role in terms of enabling. I'm just gonna block, I think. In terms of enabling your devotion as well as enabling Avatar with the other guy. There's gotta be some other green 1-drop. Maybe not. Valorous Stance. Alright, well. I think I just want to play. I do still want to play just these 2 guys, then I can play a huge Reverent Hunter next turn. Or maybe. And I could play Elvish Mystic into Reverend Hunter. It's only a 4/4 then, but 4/4 is actually pretty big. I don't know. I think I'd rather get a big Reverend Hunter than try and get like a counter on the Avatar. A Reverend Hunter can get real big too. And these guys line up against the Lion as well. Oops. Hornet's Nest, my favorite card. Well, a giant hunter is not necessarily all that exciting anymore. I can just hunt the hunter, the Avatar into the lion and attack. Then if he does block with Hornet's Nest, he gets 2 bees because I trample. I'm just gonna do that. Hornet's Nest is just my arch nemesis for any deck I play, ever, in any format. Tramplers do line up pretty well against Hornet's Nest, though. Really need Den Protectors to really get by it, but here we're getting rid of Fleecebane Lion, which otherwise could potentially A, let him go on offense, B, become indestructible and make any kind of offense that I have on the ground pretty useless. Alright, he's just not blocking. And that's great. No reason to make a gigantic Reverend Hunter right now, because he does have this Hornet's Nest. One card that I've actually considered playing in the sideboard of a deck like this against Hornet's Nest is actually just Nylea. Giving you guys trample makes Hornet's Nest much less annoying. It's still powerful against you, but it's not nearly as powerful. And Nylea itself is obviously also pretty strong against Hornet's Nest. Can I kill him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can get 8 devotion. So +8 to something. If I attack with all 3 of these, he'd block here, probably block here. It's only 12. So if I just attack with Avatar with Resolute, probably just want to play my Elvish Mystic and then attack with Avatar with Resolute, because I give. I don't want to use my. I can use my Boon Satyr as a bestow later. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would be 10 power or trample for 6, put him to 8, and then I think I might be able to just attack him for lethal next turn. So yeah, I'm going to play Elvish Mystic and just attack with Avatar with Resolute. So trample for 6 and kill his Knuckleblade, putting him to 8. Reverend Hunter certainly looks sad here. Another Hornet's Nest. Rattleclaw. Okay, so what happens if I attack with every one of my creatures next turn? Deathmist Raptor. You don't really do anything other than maybe bring back a Deathmist Raptor. If I attack with everything, blocks here, blocks, say, here. So there's no reason to deck with anything but Avatar. And if he blocks, he can like double block with just this. I Boon Satyr it. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with Avatar. So he takes 3 and gets 4 Bs. But I still have 7-4 Trampler. And both his nests are gone. Knuckle Blade. That's annoying because that actually can absorb tons of trample damage. Oh, never mind, you're dead. So we just play Raptor face up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 17 power. Yeah, he's super dead. Oh, I didn't play it. It's 15 power still. Is that enough? Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 16, or 16 power. Well, yes. It's actually exactly enough, right? You blocked with every single creature. I just like clicking through phases by accident in Magic Online. Aspect of Hydra is a pretty powerful card. +9/+9. Resolves. It'll still do way more damage than you have life. Alright, so yeah. My opponent's deck was very cool. It didn't really come together that well. I don't know how much actual interaction besides Valor Stance that he has, but definitely a pretty cool looking deck. But we were able to kind of explode out, and that's sort of what this deck is built to do. Aspect of Hydra really allows you to end games through the trample ability of Avatar of the Resolute or the evasion of Den Protector that look like they might be otherwise out of reach. Hornet's Nest has always been a problem card for any deck I play because, it doesn't let you attack. If you do, everything's good bad for you. But we managed to win, so despite 2 of them even. So anyway, let's head to the next match.